Hello and welcome to Western Herald Headlined, where the members of the Western Herald bring you the top stories of the week and chat a little bit about what we have going on. I'm the editor-in-chief of the Western Herald, Cori Osterman, and I'm here with our assistant photo editor,
Jade, Ciezak.
and a newer member of the Western Herald,
Marco Hutter.
Yay!
Woo-hoo.
We're so excited to have Marco in the room. This is, I think, the first time we've had a non-editorial board member on the podcast, so that's exciting.
Yay, Marco.
Very, very, very exciting.
Yes, it was multimedia editor Aidan Ralko's idea to put some non-board members on the pod.
I think it's
and
a great
Marco
idea.
was the first one to jump at the opportunity. So.
Yeah.
That was very nice of you, Aidan. Thank you very much.
I love giving everyone like opportunities to explore like the different parts of journalism. We have Marco's a writer, you're a photographer, but it's cool that you both get to be on the podcast like this, and it's one of my favorite parts of it because I started this podcast 3 years ago. So
Pretty fun. I like it. It's
It
my
is a good
second
time.
time on the podcast, so
that's it. I thought you'd been on a couple times.
this will be the second, but I'm sure there'll
Okay.
be more. There'll be
Cool.
more for this semester. But I've done some kind of more broadcast journalism with the new news breaks that we do with Wider every week, so I've been practicing my skills
Yes,
on the
very exciting.
microphone.
Check us out at noon, Monday through Thursday on 89.1 Wider FM to get some little snippets of what news we have every day.
Yes.
It's the beginning of the semester. How are you guys feeling about the spring so far?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm really excited. We have a lot going on this semester.
Yeah. What is your major?
Creative writing.
Ooh, exciting.
What's your favorite class right now?
Ooh. Right now, I'm taking a poetry workshop with Alan Hamza, and that's really fun.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
No, I've always wanted to like incorporate writing poetry into like more of a daily practice. So now I have like a good excuse to do that.
That's awesome. I like that. They probably will get you in a lot of projects. You'll do a lot of writing.
Oh yeah,
You'll have to share us with your best poem.
I will.
I do publish creative works if you have
Ooh.
like a
There we
couple
go.
things you want to send over.
Okay.
They just go in the opinion section. But nobody ever sends like creative stuff, but we can publish it.
Yes.
What about you, Jade? What are you working on this semester?
It's going good so far. I mean, week 2, I like my classes.
Good.
It's a full load. I've got 5 in person, so back to
Wow.
going to all the classes. But I kind of miss my hybrid and online here and there. But I'm excited. My last journalism class, I'm taking.
Aw, rip.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna miss it. I like it, but it's like broadcast journalism, so it's kind
Ah.
of supposed to mimic like a newsroom. But I'm excited.
That's exciting.
cool.
Who's teaching that?
Richard Junker.
Okay, nice.
Yes.
We have a full array of like journalism and film professors this
Mhm.
semester. They keep hiring them, which is
Really?
awesome.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, we've got like a couple new ones this year, and I think
Ooh.
I'm excited.
like it's very cool with the new broadcast studio as well. I'm
Yeah.
like bummed I never got to use it, but it's cool that
Shoot.
I get to see other people using
It's
it.
really cool. Maybe
Um,
Harold can do something in there
yes.
sometime.
I think Aidan's trying to get us in there to do something.
Mm-hmm.
But this is my last semester at Western.
No.
Very sad.
No.
You know what? It is sad, but it's time.
Yeah.
It's
That
been
you're
5
on
years.
to bigger and better
That
things.
is so real.
It's been 5 years. It's been 5 years with the Herald, so
Wow.
Wow.
That's awesome.
it's time to pass the torch pretty soon.
We're
but
gonna miss you. We're gonna feel your
I'm gonna miss you
absence for
guys.
sure.
we will all miss you dearly.
Yes.
well, thank you. But yeah, so I'm in the communications master's program, but I took all of the communications classes, so I
Wow.
had to like find other random master's classes to take.
Wow.
And I'm taking my first ever political science class.
Ooh.
It's like a PhD level. Like, I don't know how they let me into it,
Oh
but I
my
was sitting in it
gosh.
last night and I was like, oh my God.
No, that's real.
It
That's
might
very
end
real.
me for real, but
No, you got it.
you know,
you got it.
I really just have to graduate. So
exactly.
we'll
You just
see.
have to pass the class, and you might get something out of it. Learn some new
Yeah.
things.
Hopefully.
I feel that way though.
It definitely connects to journalism, but
Mhm.
like I'm just like slightly over my head with this one.
I get that.
Wow.
We'll see.
That's fun though.
Speaking of the beginning of the semester, we had a story go out this week from Annabella Tetner, our lead news
Ooh.
reporter.
Yes.
Headlined Students' Feelings Amidst the Kickoff to Spring Semester. Does someone want to read some of the quotes, see how other students are feeling at the beginning of this semester?
I am looking forward to finding community and building relationships. I'm looking forward to networking with different RSOs. So, yeah, students are pretty excited for the semester, and that's really nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
We'd
There's a lot
love to
of-
see
Oh, yeah.
RSO participation.
Exactly. Yes. There's a lot of things to be excited for.
Yeah.
So many new RSOs to join. There's the Waldo Fest, I know.
Yes.
Is that what it's called?
Waldo Fest is February 11th.
There we go. Yeah.
That's like a tabling event for all the RSOs to
Mhm.
like go sit and show newer students or people who aren't part of RSOs what they do. We will
Yeah.
be there,
Whoop, whoop.
probably next to Wider and WSA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an important event to go to because I remember I transferred into Western second semester of my freshman year, so 3 years ago now, but I came in and I really wanted to get involved and join as many clubs as I could, but I didn't really know where to start. So I really liked that they had like a fest with all of the RSOs and things laid out that I could just sign up for everything. And it really helped. I got to get
Yeah.
to know a lot of people. I found out about this club, the ski snowboard club. So highly recommend going to that. It's a good
It's
experience.
very, very important to get involved on campus. There's always something going on.
Oh, yeah.
So
Are you
just like,
guys involved in anything other than the Herald?
I'm on the editorial board for the ski snowboard club, so I run their social pages a
Oh,
lot. So
nice.
it's been fun. We do some small local ski trips and like tubing, tobogganing, ice skating, and then we have big spring break and winter break trips that we go to. We'll go to like Canada, Colorado. So that's been fun to organize and kind of promote for the team. But I like it.
That's so
Yeah.
fun. What about you?
yeah, I get involved with Outspoken, the
yeah.
LGBTQ RSO on campus.
That's a good one.
It's very, very friendly, very welcoming, and it's just a really nice place. You just get to go for an hour and just do something fun.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
it. Do they have any events coming up this semester, or do they already have one?
They have events every Friday
Oh,
from
perfect.
3 to 4.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I was just talking to a friend about the engineering RSOs that we have.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like over on main campus we like forget about what's happening on Parkview.
Yeah.
But the engineering RSOs are so cool.
They do a
like
lot.
they have like the solar cars and the planes that they work
Yeah,
on, and there's like
Wow.
robots over there.
And they
it's
have a
like
concrete canoe. Have you heard about that?
I don't know that one.
It's crazy. They make a whole canoe out of concrete and then they like float it on Asylum Lake and it floats, apparently.
Wow.
I couldn't
very
tell you
impressive. We should cover that this year.
how. I agree. I know someone in it, so I can give us that insight.
Yes,
Okay.
RSO Spotlight.
RSO Spotlight.
Please let Arts and Entertainment editor Elliot Fairley
Yes,
know
yes,
about the concrete
100%.
canoe.
I will.
And then Wider will take our RSO spotlights and do little snippets for them too.
What about you, Cori? You involved in anything else?
I'm in a couple like honor societies.
Okay.
They've kind of dropped
Ooh.
off since undergrad ended.
Yeah.
But so right now it's just the Herald. But
You're busy with the Herald.
Yes.
You are the Herald.
oh, thank you.
Well, not for long,
Hey.
unfortunately. but
yes.
Say
Oh, a few
unfortunately.
more valuable months with us.
I'm just trying to make. No, my goal is to set the next board up for success. And
Yes.
that's really what I've been working on recently is like
Yeah.
making sure everyone has the tools that I've gained over the last 5 years to keep things running smoothly.
Yeah, that's awesome.
you're
So
doing a
but-
great
role
job
of a
that.
great
Thank
leader.
you.
Yeah.
So Mark was a junior, but this is your second semester with the Herald. So
It
you're fairly new.
is. I'm very new, yes. But
Talk to us about like
yeah.
how you joined or like what your Herald journey's been.
I heard about the Herald from a friend of mine. I was like, no, it's my junior year and I don't really have like a lot going on. And she was like, you should join Western Herald. They're like always hiring. And I was like, okay. And I like went to one of the pitch meetings and they were like, welcome, join us, please.
Yes.
And the rest is history.
Yay.
No, it's a lot of fun. The Herald is very, very accessible for new members,
Mhm.
and we're always recruiting. So
Yeah.
it's very, very nice. There's always something to do because there's always something going on campus. So, and there's like lots of different ways that you can do that. There's like what I do, which is like staff reporting for arts and entertainment and news. You can do sports reporting. You can do photography. You can draw the cartoons that appear in
We're
our
always looking
news.
for comic artists.
Yes.
We're always looking for
Yes.
everybody.
Everybody.
To be so
Everyone
honest.
has a place here.
Yeah, but
Do you have like
Yeah.
a favorite article you've written?
I think the one I wrote about Outspoken, because that was like the first RSO spotlight that I did, and that was like the biggest article that I have written, and that was a lot of fun
Yeah.
to work on. It's like my child to me.
That's awesome.
And have you ever been in a print? I can't remember.
I believe I have.
Okay.
I think I've been in several prints.
I always think
Yeah.
that's cool to like see your name on the actual
Yes.
newspaper. Like it still gets me.
Yeah, me too. I collect them. I'm like, I'll need them one day. I can show my kids or something.
Yes. Do you have a favorite photo you've ever taken?
Ooh, that's hard.
Mm.
There's
I
so
know.
many.
We were just talking about your
Yeah.
gymnastics photos. And how, like sometimes it's hard to get photographers at every event. So we have
100%.
some like backlogged stock photos, and the photo team and the multimedia team tend to know like, oh, we need a Jade classic for this one. Like,
Yeah, I do have a few gymnastics photos that are Jade classics, but it was mainly because last year I know we had like limited amount of photographers, so not a lot of people wanted to go to like gymnastics events or stuff like that, but I jumped at it. I was like, I will go, I will figure it out, and had a great time doing it. So I'm excited to go to more, but I'd say probably some of the sports photos I'm more proud of, just because it's hard to get a really good sports photo because they're always moving, but we do have some pretty good equipment here that I've been using that kind of helps make that possible. But yeah, I'd say my hockey photos have been good. Girls basketball, I got a few good ones the other day. I think there was one posted in this week's print, so we can check that out if you wanted to see it. But yeah, I don't know. I also really there was one photo I took at a sustainability event last semester, and it was just of two people smiling at each other, like handing each other a plant or something. I just thought it was like
That's
a
a
really
good
cool
one.
photo. Yeah.
I like that one a lot.
So that's probably mine. What about you, Cori? What's
oh
your
my gosh.
proudest accomplishment at the Herald?
Ooh, the way I didn't see it coming. Gosh, I don't know. I used to write like just a lot of the really quick turnaround stuff when
Yeah.
I was in news.
Mm.
So there's nothing that I like spent a ton of time on. It
Mhm.
was like my job was just to make sure it got out as fast
Yeah.
as possible.
That's fair.
And recently I've been editing more, but I think I did an investigative piece a couple years ago for a class that
Ooh.
we published, and it was about where the money from the COVID testing fines went.
Ooh.
So it was
Very
like
interesting.
during the pandemic, we had regulations that students who weren't vaccinated had to get tested for COVID every week at the university. And if you missed a week, you were fined.
Interesting.
So I wanted to know, like,
Yeah.
where that money was going.
Yeah.
It took me 3 months to write.
Really?
Yes, I had
Wow.
help from 2 professors.
Okay, that's good.
And it was like the end product, like it went to the Student Emergency Relief Fund. I found out where it went.
Oh.
There is a
Okay.
fund for
Okay.
student
Good to know.
emergencies, like students who need help if
Yeah.
something happens to their apartment,
Mhm.
or if they need help like buying school supplies.
Okay.
There's a Student
Yeah.
Emergency Relief Fund, and that's where the funding went. But just like the process of finding all of that information and
Yeah.
it taking that long was like so rewarding to actually hit publish.
I bet though. That would be really cool to see it all just kind of in front of you
Yeah.
published. That's cool.
it's
I'll have to
always-
read that
yeah.
sometime.
It's,
That's
it's a couple years old at
Okay.
this point. But
I'll find it. I'll find it.
Okay.
It's got to be out there.
It's always like the longer stories that feel like the most rewarding.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The most work goes into those, and then you're like, finally.
I
So
also like the
yes.
really quick ones though, where it's
Yeah.
like breaking news. And then I think last semester the news of President Montgomery's retirement came
Oh
out.
yes, I
And
remember
we
that.
scooped all the other news outlets in the
Yeah.
area by 3 hours. So
Ooh.
that was like also a proud
Herald.
moment for me. That was a byline.
That
but it
is a
was,
cool
like,
moment. Yeah,
Really
Wow.
cool to be like we got it out before M Live.
we're the first. Yeah. No, that's a cool trait that we have. We did
Yeah.
that this year. More to come. More
There's like an
breaking
energy
news.
that comes with that one that's like,
The adrenaline. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
And
is
that's
fun.
like really important in journalism to like
Mhm.
have like the longer stories and then just like the breaking news, being able to say like we're like the first ones to like publish about this.
Yes.
Good balance. Yeah.
Multifaceted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
100%.
To move on to other news, this will come out on MLK Day.
Ooh.
Yes.
So we have a couple stories on the website about what the university is doing on MLK Day.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a story about these photos? I know that you and Libby were like,
we do have a story about these photos, in fact.
do share.
Okay, so basically last Friday I knew we needed to get some photos for the preview of the MLK events we have going on, which we'll talk about in a second, but me and Libby, it was snowing that Friday. It was a big snowstorm. So I was like, Libby is the photo editor. So we work together a lot to get photos. So we drove downtown in the snow to the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial Park. That's kind of by the train station downtown.
Mm-hmm.
And we got out and there's probably a good 6 inches of snow on the ground and
Oh
we're
my
just
gosh.
trudging through it. And then Libby gets a few photos and it was really funny, but the photos ended up looking
the photos
really
are
cool.
great, and
And
they
I
looked
kinda
good in
like-
print too.
Yes, I like that there was kind of like snow. It kind of looked wintry, so they ended up turning out great. but
He looks very official.
Thank you,
It
thank you. It was
does.
all
Great
Libby.
photos.
I drove.
You know
I was
what?
the accomplice.
It's good that we send
That's-
you in pairs.
Yes.
The things that some of the photographers go through.
Yeah.
Shooting through fences and
Mhm. We've had some definitely questionable moments, but we get photo.
trudging around
At the
Kalamazoo.
end of the day, photos are gotten. So
And boy, are they pretty.
thank you, thank you.
Very pretty.
It's definitely fun too. Like that's a story I'll never forget. A good memory.
Yes.
And everybody's happy now.
No.
But yeah, back to the event.
Yeah.
Actually, what's
Margo,
happening?
What does the university have going on today for MLK Day?
Ooh. I think a lot is there is going to be a speech right here from Lewis Walker from the Institute for the Study of Race and Ethnic Relations going on.
Yeah.
That will be happening at Miller, or I believe at 6 p.m. I
Yeah.
believe.
And that one's in
Yes.
the Miller Auditorium.
Mhm.
So that will be something to check out, definitely.
So it's like a full day of
Mhm.
events. They're calling it a teach-in. The first session is called Interview with an Activist. It's from 12:35 to 1:25. Such an interesting time frame. Panelists include Associate Professor of Social Work and Kalamazoo City Commissioner Don Cooney, Associate Professor of Social Work and Director of the WMU Native American Affairs Council, Dee Sherwood. Always gives the Herald great quotes and
Awesome.
it's very nice to talk to. The panelists are going to talk about personal stories and experiences about activism and social justice. So it's not just going to be about MLK Day,
Mhm.
but about social justice in
Yeah.
general and kind of like everything as a whole. The second session, let's see, Music with a Message, Unpacking Songs of the Civil Rights Movement. That
That's gonna be
sounds very
cool, yeah.
interesting. And then finally, student demands for 2025. What are we asking now? So a bunch of different stuff going on for MLK Day at the university.
Yeah.
I thought it was really cool reading that article. I didn't know that MLK actually was on Western's campus at some point in time. So
Was.
that was really
Yeah.
fun to read about. He gave a bunch of speeches kind of regarding race, segregation, religion, and topics that were relevant at the time. But it's really cool to see it all kind of playing out today still, his impact on Western.
Yeah, all the way
Yeah.
back when we were Western Normal School
Yeah.
and the Western Normal Herald.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yes, it was a teaching school.
Yeah. Yeah. See, there you go. But it's
Yeah.
cool that we still have like all of the archives and everything from the Herald
Yes.
all the way back then
Yeah.
that we can look at. So
Our lead A&E reporter, Ella Reynolds, has been
Mhm.
doing a great job like going through the
Yes.
archives.
Mhm.
She writes the This Week in Western Herald history
Mhm.
stories,
those are always
Where
so
she, like,
cool.
Yeah.
finds the dates that we have for
Yeah.
the print, and finds other things that have been happening in the Herald over the years. So,
It's so fun.
Yeah.
And those
Those are
photos
really
are
nice.
always in black and white. I'm like, wow,
Yeah.
how times have changed.
but if you want to read about MLK's continuing impact on WMU, written by Ella Reynolds, you can head to westernherald.com. And all of the information about the MLK Day events are also on there.
Yeah, it's an awesome story.
All right. Was there anything else that we wanted to bring up? You mentioned career fairs earlier.
Oh, yeah. We do have a few coming up in February. Honestly, there's going to be some until graduation dates. So
Yes.
February, March, those will be big months for them. But I know a lot of them are being held by the Career Service Center here on campus. That's located in Ellsworth Hall, so not too far. They have a whole office, so it's a great resource for students just to kind of check out if you're looking for a job, internship. But career fairs are a great place to start looking, kind of network, get your name out. I know a lot of them are in the student center usually, but
Yes.
business college has a bunch, engineering, social work. So those are all different things to look out for. But yeah.
There's
Exciting
something.
stuff.
You'll find something.
Don't be stressed.
It's always going to be a little stressful.
I know.
But,
And I'm also in
the
the
university's trying to set
process.
us up for success. So
They do their best. I like it.
we also have
Yeah.
like a resume team that will look
Yeah.
over your resume
Me
before you
too.
go to the career fair. That's really
Yes.
helpful.
Very helpful.
Yeah. I've heard good things about them.
Yeah, me too.
I've personally worked with the resume
Oh, cool.
workers, and they really helped me with my
Oh, yeah.
resume.
They know what they're doing for sure.
Very
That
nice.
and interview questions, like they set you up. I know in the business college too, they have their printing center. You can print out your resume in like thick professional paper too. So if you ever needed a good quality resume, printing center
I don't know if
HCOB.
the printing center's running right now.
at HCOB.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is it? Have you used it
I
recently?
think it should be.
Oh, okay, cool.
I went last week,
Then
but
don't listen to me.
I don't know. Their hours may be changing. Who knows?
Okay. There was like a moment where they were like maybe going to shut down the whole thing.
I
but
remember that. I remember
Yeah.
we covered that in the Herald, I
Right.
think. And then they ended up opening it back up.
Okay,
or-
that's
yeah.
good to hear. I'm not like part of the business college. I was a marketing minor in my undergrad.
Really?
So I was over there like sometimes, but it's been
Yeah.
2 years since I've
Yeah.
been over
That
there.
is
So,
fair. My minor is marketing right now, so
oh, nice.
I'm there a lot, but
Yeah.
learning new things all the time. It's fun.
All right. I feel like we had a pretty good discussion.
Yeah.
I'm good
Oh,
to wrap
yeah.
up if you guys
Good
are.
too.
Oh yeah.
Is there anything you want to shout out or?
Make sure you pick up your weekly edition or bi-weekly editions of the
Yes.
Herald
Back to bi-weekly.
Yes.
That means every other Monday.
every other Monday. And check us out on our Instagram.
Yes.
We have Twitter, Facebook, and just our website is a great place to look.
Yep.
We got a lot of cool videos too, so make sure
We
you check
are
those out.
at Western Herald on everything. No
Yes,
the.
we
No,
are.
the Western Herald.
And feel free to come to our pitch meetings every Friday at noon. The room changes often,
But you
but
can find it on Instagram.
Yes.
yes, please, if you're interested, we would be more than happy to welcome you to the Western Herald.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you, Marco. And thanks for joining us today. It was
Oh,
really cool
yeah.
to have
Thank
a
you.
staff
having
member.
me.
Thank you so much for having me.
This was fun.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see you next week.
Until next
Yes.
time.
Bye.
Bye.